Hey, let's see, good morning. It's 11:47 on Monday, and I wanted to do some videos on how to use CrossListIt. And this is an unscheduled live video. I was going to pre-record it, and I'm just trying to figure out what programs I can use to record, to like pre-record stuff to go live on. As you can see, I'm using StreamYard to go live, but I also wanted to play around with some other stuff before I jump in and pay for a service. I wanted to kind of play around and see. So I'm kind of doing an impromptu live just so I can go ahead and do a video on the program that I use to cross post or cross list from eBay to Mercari, Etsy, and Poshmark. So I use a program called CrossListIt, and I'm going to share my screen and walk you guys through it. If anybody happens to jump into my live and you make a comment, I'm not going to get to it until I come back to this screen. I don't know how to fully use this system yet, and I don't know how to see the chats or any comments or anything like that when I am sharing my full screen. So I apologize if you ask a question. I will get back to after. I don't expect anybody will pop in right now, but in case you do, I will get back to you and answering them if I can answer them. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I wanted to show you the CrossListIt website. So this is CrossListIt, and I know there's a couple other programs that are out there, List Perfectly, and I think one called Vendu or Venmo or something. Not Venmo, that's a money one. I think it's Vendu. And I've been using CrossListIt. I have not tried any of the other ones. If I ended up liking it, the cost to subscribe was higher than I really wanted to pay. My primary focus before the shutdown has been Amazon, so I wasn't doing a huge amount of listing on eBay. But of course, now with what's going on, I've been doing a lot more eBay and cross posting like crazy. And I was using CrossList back in January and February. March, I kind of backed off from it because I was doing my inventory that's behind me, that I was doing an inventory between what I have on eBay and what I have in my totes. That pretty much took me like all month in March. And in between that, I was doing a lot of sales on Amazon fulfillment by merchant. So I was just really, really busy. Didn't have a chance to post anything new. But then April came, things kind of got under control, and I went ahead and resubscribed to CrossListIt. So you can pause it if you're not using it. Don't pay the fee for programs that you're not using. Like I was doing BrickSeek, and I went ahead and canceled my BrickSeek while I'm not out going sourcing. So it really wasn't worth paying the money to have something that I'm not utilizing. So I went ahead and paused my CrossListIt, and I rejoined again in April. And what CrossListIt is, it is a Google Chrome extension. So you cannot do it on your mobile as of right now. I don't know if they'll expand, but you can't do it on mobile, and you can't use Firefox, Internet Explorer, Opera. I don't know what the Mac uses, but you have to use it on Google Chrome only. So you open up Google Chrome. You go to this website, crosslistit.com. There is a free trial, so you can try it now and download it. When you do the trial, it only will let you cross post between eBay and Poshmark. And so a lot of the features are very limited. I used the trial for, I think, maybe a day. And then I went ahead and just jumped in and bought it. So it's only $9.99. So the trial is $0. You can try it now for 7 days. Or the premium, which is full access to everything, is $9.99. $10 to take the time away from me having to transfer, copy, and paste everything into these different websites to cross post. Any day. $9.99 is a great price. And I'll show you some of the sales I've had. It's really just made it wonderful for me. So I'm going to go to my eBay, and I'm going to show you how you use this program. So when you download it, if you do the trial, it gives you up here in my right hand corner, it adds this, I don't know if they're called plugins or what it is for Google Chrome, but it adds this one right here that's black, this black with the arrows, but yours would be red. I'm pretty sure it was red under the trial. When you buy the premium, it makes it black. Actually, it adds a black one. You have the black and the red, so you'd want to delete the red. So you have that black one. So I'm going to go over to my eBay active listings and show you how this works. So these 3 games I listed this morning. So what I do is after I list them on eBay, and I always go from eBay to the other platforms because eBay requires more item specifics, more information than any of the other platforms does. So if I was to list it like on Mercari first and then brought it over, it would require me to do so much more work. So I just find I'm better off just doing it on eBay to begin with. So I'm going to open this one up. And so a video game I just listed. And then I'm going to hit this. When you're on the item page, you hit your CrossListIt thing, and this will pop up. And it will say, where do you want to list it? So you can list it. If this was clothing, I would list it on Poshmark, clothing or home goods. Everything I'll put on Mercari unless it is a supplement. They don't allow supplements. And if it was vintage or homemade or something like that, then I would click and say Etsy also. And I've never used this eBay because, like I said, I've never gone and posted to eBay. I've always posted from eBay. So in this case, I'm only going to list it on Mercari. And then your option is to download images. So if you don't have your images handy or you don't want to go searching for them, or for me, I like to use eBay's editing. I've been doing, and I didn't do it in this case because these are some old photos. I am actually relisting this game that I had taken down a couple months ago and was going to put in my garage sale, but game prices have gone up. So I decided to go ahead and relist it. But if you don't have the photos handy, you can go ahead and have it download these images that are on your eBay listing. So like I said, I like it because if I'm using the background, the new background app that removes the background, then that's the photos I'm going to upload to Mercari would be those edited images. So you can hit start right away, or it also gives you the option to reduce the price or increase the price. So if I'm listing something on Mercari, I'm paying less in fees on Mercari than I do on eBay. But I do comparison. I leave my price the same. If I'm listing something on Poshmark, sometimes I'll leave it the same, even though shipping is paid for the buyer on Poshmark. I will leave the price the same because I get a higher price on Poshmark. So I'm going to hit start. Oh, and if I was listing on Poshmark and Etsy, you can see where it adds all 3 of them. So I can say, okay, add this one, take away from this one, and keep this one the same. So I can do that to adjust the price. But in this case, we're only going to do Mercari and, oops, wrong direction. And I am going to keep it the same price. So you hit start and automatically you'll see down here, it is downloading your photos. I think I only have 2 photos for this. Yep. So I drag and drop. If you did not download the photos, then you could just click right here and it would upload the photos for you. You'd be able to find them on your computer. And in this case, since I didn't do that, I am going to click on here and just drag. I'm sorry, my husband just came in. I am live on YouTube. So I just drag and drop the pictures into my listing. The thing with Mercari that you have to remember to drag your very first photo that you want as your cover photo first, because if you were to, if I was to click on this and go into my hard drive and click all the photos and drag them over, it actually does not allow you to click and move the position of the photos. So I've done that before, and then I have to delete them all and relist them. So I just make sure that I always remember to add the first one, and then I'll pull in the other ones. So the title on Mercari is shorter than eBay. So it kind of truncates this. And so I have to go in and usually change what I'm saying. But in this case, PlayStation 3 Dead End Island game of the, and I'll actually just change this to like game of the year, like good enough for me. And then the hashtags, I never know what to put into here. So it did drag over the description that was in eBay. There's hashtags here, which there's not hashtags in eBay. So of course it doesn't have that to bring over. I don't even know. That's what I put. I don't even know if it's right. And it doesn't choose the category because categories are different between the two programs. So you do have to add your own category. This, I'm going to do another one of these and just show you really, because right now I'm explaining it. So it doesn't look like it probably is very quick, but in the long run, it really is quick. What's this called? Dead Island. So when you're listing a video game, it has you click on which video game you're listing. Dead Island. Here we go. There's a lot of PS3 games. Okay. And then your zip code that you're shipping from. I don't use, why is it not doing that? Oh, my num lock came off. So I don't just click on it because if I click on what the auto population just came up, it actually, I'm not going to go all the way back up, but it actually takes away the hashtags and it replaces the hashtag with my zip code, which is kind of weird. I do not use Mercari shipping. I ship all of my items myself. I find in the long run it's cheaper for the buyer. I do free shipping on most everything. I include it into the price. And since I was doing free shipping on eBay, brought over the price, rounds it up to the solid dollar here, our whole dollar, that I keep $12, free shipping, same thing. Mercari has the option of smart pricing. I'm just turning that off. I'm not going to do that. I'm not explaining that. That's not what I'm talking about right now. So, and I just listed it. There it is. It's listed. So I'm going to go through one. I'm going to close this downloads, that bar that popped up. I'm going to close this. And actually, I'm going to close this because we don't need it anymore. And I'm going to do another one and just show you how quickly it actually goes. Okay. So I'm going to right click. I just hit my little scroller here. So I'm going to do the Dragon's Dogma. I hit my black thing. Keep the price the same. Downloading the photos. It's opening up Mercari and copying stuff over. When it stops bouncing around, that's when I know I can then drag and drop my photos. PlayStation 3 Dragon Dogma. I'm just going to just take that part away. That's all the same. Hashtags. I'm just going to do PS3 this time. I'm going to say Dragons and then Dogma separately. Category is video games. Brand is PlayStation. It's in good condition. It's code. Recommend. Okay, free shipping. So it's pretty, I find it pretty quick. Oh, so because it was a game, I'd have to add this stuff. So normally I don't have to add this. So it is take a little bit longer with games. Dragon's Dogma. I don't think, let me go back and make sure it's not. No, it's just regular old plain Dragon's Dogma. Okay, enlist. So that's it. So that's how quick it is to cross post from one platform to another. So I'm just going to jump onto my StreamYard stream here and see. Oh, so we have somebody watching. Hi, One Thrifty Hoarder. Just came in. Where are you cross listing from? So hopefully I've answered that, but I am cross listing from eBay to Mercari right now, but I'm actually going to show how easy it is to cross list from eBay to Poshmark also. And I'm using a program called CrossListIt. So in this case, I listed this used backpack earlier. Actually, it was a customer return, and it looks like it's in brand new condition, but it has some very, very, very slight soiling on the bottom. I'm going to hit this, and I can't remember if I already cross-listed this to Mercari yet. I'm not going to do Mercari. I'm just going to do Poshmark, and I just saw that it remembered that I had upped the price on this, so I'm actually going to have to edit the price when I list it on Poshmark. So it does the same thing again. It downloaded the photos, and here on Poshmark, you can just drag and drop. I like Poshmark. It gives you the opportunity to verify the main photo, and you can actually like move stuff around. Like if I wanted this as the main photo, I can move it, which is really, really helpful. So it brought over the title. So Disney Frozen Backpack and Lunch Bag. I'm just going to say that. And it's pre-owned category. I'm going to say kids. So again, you do have to choose the category. I'm going to say girls. Doesn't have tags. Disney Frozen, blue. And I'm going to drop that back down. I'm going to only do $14 on Poshmark because they have to pay shipping. And then that is it. That's how quick it was for me to list on Poshmark. It is very, very quick. And I have been really happy with the program. I just find it so much quicker to be able to go through and do some like quick cross posting. So what I do during the day is I'm here in my office. I take photos. I'll list things here on eBay. And then in the evening when I'm watching TV, I can never just sit and watch TV or anything. I will cross list from my computer upstairs in our living room while I'm watching TV. So CrossList, it's free for the trial and the 7-day trial, but it's very limited. It only lets you cross post to Poshmark. So I mean, go ahead and try it to see what you think of it. But it's $9.99 to actually subscribe. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. I'm not getting I'm not promoting them like paid or anything like that. I'm just a user of it, been using it since January and have been very happy with it. So I listed, oh gosh, I don't know how many items. Mercari's been sending me some messages telling me how many items I've been listing because I get some coupon, I guess maybe today or something. I didn't even know there was a contest going on or some promotion, but I have listed quite a few things on Mercari because of this CrossListIt. I used to not do it, and it has just been like things have been flying off from Mercari. I mean, I've had really good sales at eBay also. Don't get me wrong on that, but there are things that I've been putting up on Mercari that I had on eBay and had no interest, no offers. And the minute it hit Mercari, I was getting offers, I was getting questions, I've got people buying and stuff like that. So it's just been really good for me with with just cross posting. So there's a question all the time about if you cross list the same item. So I just put up that Dragon's Dogma game. And well, what happens if somebody buys it on both platforms? Or what happens if when you sell it? So I have cross posted to like Poshmark many times, and I used to cross post to Mercari a while ago, but kind of stopped because Mercari just was really slow for me. So I stopped cross posting. But as soon as something sells, I shouldn't say as soon. So every morning I go onto eBay and I'll go onto like Mercari and I'll say, oh, the Dogma sold. So if I happen to be sitting at home, if I'm wherever I am, I can easily just go on and deactivate it from my phone. But every morning when I'm packing, and again, I ship every single day, so I rarely sell things on both platforms. And so if I sell it on Mercari, then I'll just go on to eBay because all of my custom SKUs on eBay state where I have my items. So behind me, see right there? Those are my totes, and all of my inventory, which I have a video on how I organize my inventory. All of my inventory has a specific like tote number on it. So those games went in tote K. And when I sell something on Mercari, nowhere on Mercari did I put that it was in tote K. So it makes me go to eBay, and it makes me find it on eBay so I can immediately delist it from eBay and end the listing on eBay. And then it tells me it's in tote K to go and grab it to ship it for Mercari. I did mention that on Mercari, I do all of my shipping is free shipping. I don't use Mercari labels. I use Pirate Ship for all of my shipping. I find that it's the cheapest that's out there for me for shipping. So One Thrifty Hoarder, you asked, can you use CrossListIt on your phone? And you cannot. Unfortunately, it's only a Google Chrome extension. So you can use it only on Google Chrome. Hopefully they'll come out with it at some point where you can use it on other ones. And I know there are some other cross-listing programs out there. I have not used them, and I don't know if you can use it on your phone or iPad or anything like that. So it's just for Google Chrome right now. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comment down below. If you've been using CrossListIt, I'd love to know what you think of it. I know that the programs of like List Perfectly, you can cross post to a variety of other platforms that you can't do on CrossListIt. I don't really care to get into all those other platforms. I find that Poshmark and Mercari and a very few items I have on Etsy is really enough for me. I don't find there's really a need for me to list on more than those platforms. I don't really know if I could even keep up with all of those platforms. So I would, if you really want to list on, I don't even know what platforms they have, but if you want to list on, 10 platforms, then take a look at that other program. But again, I'm happy with CrossListIt. I like the price of $10 a month, and that's it. So thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And go out there and make some money selling your goods. Alrighty. Bye-bye.